gonna be shy. We know you're not too shy, huh, Miss Olive? Say hello, everybody. Say, my name is Olive. I think you have a piece of grass hanging off your mouth, honey. Say, my name is Olive, and welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. Okay, it's like rock-a-bye baby, isn't it? Yes. Hey guys, welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. Welcome back to the channel. We want to show you our newest addition to the farm because you just are dying to see her, Miss Olive. Oh my goodness, look at this baby. Look at this face. How could you resist this little face? We want to tell you all about Miss Olive and how we got her, why we got her, and how much we love her already, and so are you. Mwah. Okay, I have Miss Olive in her kennel and she's laying down. Time for an afternoon snooze. You know how those little babies are. So guys, like I said, welcome back to the channel just to give you an update on Miss Olive and to let you know all about her. We adopted her on Saturday. We got her from a local humane society. We've been looking to get another companion dog, and we felt that getting a puppy, we were looking at a couple of different breeds, and you know, James and I kept talking about it, and I said, it's going to appear when it appears. This is my attitude towards anything. If I think maybe we want to get something new for the homestead, some things make sense, some things don't. I mean, I have a ton of people ask me all the time, why don't you have a donkey? Why don't you have a horse? Why don't you have an emu? You know, why don't I have a wallaby? You know, they, at this time, don't make sense for our farm or for our home. So a new companion puppy made the most sense for us because our companion dog, who is still our #1 girl, okay, Miss Sadie. Miss Sadie is a lab pit mix. We've had her going on 15 years. She's going on 16 years old. We rescued her. She was a bait dog. And she is a lab pit mix. And I will tell you, hands down, considering the time that I've spent with her versus other animals as far as to gauge how have they served my family, this is the best dog we have on the farm. What I mean by that is she's very loyal to us, and she has served us, she has served me, she has served my children as a companion. She doesn't guard my sheep, you know, she doesn't guard my goats. Different dogs, different breeds do different things. So basically what I'm saying is because, you know, Sadie is elderly, and, you know, we know that she's limited on what she can do. I wanted to get a new companion pup for Mom. We felt that getting a companion dog in a puppy stage as much as possible was going to be the best route because it could be in here with Sadie, it could be in here with my cats, the different cats, etc., not be aggressive, basically grow up around these different home animals and acclimate easier. That's why we went with the route with getting a new puppy. So that should answer the question for several of you out there. I am a big advocate for adoption if you can, if it makes sense, if you can afford it, if it serves a purpose for you. It's saving a life, and I'm also big into spay and neuter. She's already been spayed. Everything's been done. We will go to her next vet clinic here in a couple of weeks, vet visit in a couple of weeks, but she's ready to go. So I just prayed about it, and, you know, James and I have been talking about it for quite a long time, actually. What would we get, or who would we transfer? And it just made the most sense after we've had a lot of discussions that getting a puppy was the best route to go. I actually, you know, debated different breeds, but this puppy showed up, and it's the exact same. It's not the exact same breed. It's the exact same mix that Sadie is. And like I said, we have just had so much love and compassion and luck, if you want to call it, with our pit mixes, that this is something that I can't say enough good things about it. There's good and bad with every breed of dog, just like there's good and bad with every human being. It's all about how they're treated. It's all about how they are trained and your commitment to these animals. We have never had a single solitary problem with any of our dogs on our farm or in our home ever. But we have spent a lot of time, money, and effort, and that's our priority. Our animals are one of our top priorities here at our home and on our farm. So that has a lot to do with it. So I know certain people have reservations about pit bulls. I understand that. I have reservations about certain breeds too, because the 2 dogs in my life that I've been mangled by was a German Shepherd and 2 separate Cocker Spaniels. So needless to say, I'll never have a Cocker Spaniel. That doesn't mean you shouldn't love yours. I'm just saying it doesn't fit me. This breed fits me. So she is here, and we are just loving her. She is adjusting. She is being totally accepted. In fact, the cats are like, okay, you know, they're good with it now. So it's good to get a puppy, spend a lot of time with it, train it, and, you know, have a kennel, and you have an adjustment period slowly but surely. And this one is working out really, really well. She loves Sadie, my oldest dog. And I'll be honest with you, she tried to nurse her. Sadie was like, girl, there ain't nothing down there. But that makes sense because she was a surrender puppy. Her litter was a surrender puppy at 6 weeks, if I'm understanding everything. And she's a lab pit mix. Mama was a pit. Mama is a pit. And so they needed a home. And so it's a good time to get this type of dog and to take her in and to start working with her and training her now. So that's the whole purpose of that. So I know a lot of you are like, what is she and what's she going to do? She's a lab pit. She's a precious puppy. We saved a life. We love her to bits. And she's Mama's companion dog, basically. Well, you know, I say that, but you know, James has been walking around with her like she's his newborn baby, you know. So if we'd had a baby girl, like I don't know if I said earlier in the video or not, but if we'd had a baby girl ever in recent years, I was going to name her Olive. So maybe it's just taking that place. I don't know. Maybe not. You just never know around here. So thank you so much for loving on us and loving on Olive. You're going to see a lot of her in the coming days in the videos, because who doesn't love seeing precious puppies in a video? It's happiness. It's companionship. They're precious gifts from God. And this is where our priority is we love all of the animals on our farm and in our home. This is what we do. This is who we are. And, you know, so if you're looking to adopt, or if you're looking to get a new dog, whatever, make sure that it's something that you can spend the time with, of course. Make sure it's something that you can afford to feed. Because, you know, some people will just casually say, well, isn't that another mouth to feed? Yeah, it is. But then I can turn around and say, well, how are you blowing your money today? And is it going to protect your home? And is that case of whatever going to protect your, is going out on the lake going to protect your home? Probably not. So I'm just saying, you make time and money available for the priorities in your life. And if it's something that brings you happiness, and if it's saving a life, and especially if it can turn around and save your life or your child's life or whoever, because they are so bonded to you and are willing to help protect you or your home. Is it worth the money? Most definitely. But in addition to that, if you can't afford or don't want to take in another pet right now, let me tell you right now that your local shelters, and you don't have to even talk about mine, check it out. Your local shelters, humane societies, whatever, the need is endless in terms of items that they need. So if you want to do something to help, drop off a small bag of dog food, use your coupons, whatever, used blankets, puppy pads, whatever. Check that out in your local area. All right, guys, we appreciate you. Oh, and somebody was asking me, am I still planning on getting more barn cats? I actually have waited to get some barn kittens, because I know that this time of year that we're now going into early summer is when they start having a rush of drop-off kittens due to, you know, when they are typically bred and when they typically have babies. So yes, I'm just waiting. I pray and I let my animals come to me. You know, I'm not out hunting for a miscellaneous camel to add to my farm, but I do say that when we think we have a need, I know that God's going to provide the right one. Amen. Amen. Like, subscribe, and share. We appreciate you being here. And thank you so much for all the kind comments. Thousands of them from Miss Olive. She loves it. Guys, we will see you on the next video.